blending in with the rough terrain of stone rocks surrounding him. Phobos sensed the axis in which the world he'd come to know and revere spun in menopause, a different phase indicative of the strategic sickness and twisted sense of humor of the gods. A merciless smile blemished his face. He and his armed people stood in hiding, harsh men and women, sufficient in a time weakness had no place. Black Death is how they were known. Aryanites, a people equivalent to the bubonic plague which ravaged half of Western Europe, reducing population to near ruins within a 2-year period, all sworn to the same solemn promise. Phobos stood erect as light began to grow as the sun rose from the depths of space. Average in height with the build of an Olympic swimmer, he moved in a surreptitious manner at the forefront of his fighters, incapable of being seen. His dark eyes, burnt with anger, scanned the round elevation of land providing their shelter. In places, it began to level off into extensive areas of rolling treeless land. As they moved across the land, a mass of matter choked up a passage, creating a gorge, giving them high ground. They followed the passage, moving at a more deliberate pace. Light was soon deprived the presence of one of the decisive advantage provided by a time of day in which his men milled in between the purgatory of night and day. He knew the land well. It was the land of his people. A story resided in each stone, dirt, or patch of grass, one of corruption, majestical politics, armed fighting between states and nations, civil unrest, and following a structure founded by man around organizations or agencies by which the political unit has the power to exercise authority over a people created in the image of God. How his land had bled, and much more bleeding was yet to come. In the twilight years of their current regime, none amongst their ranks didn't feel a sense of repugnance for those who violated something consecrated by God, by Ares. All desecrators under his watch would be severely punished, enslaved, or taste the decaying sense of death. Some thought the latter being more just than to be subjected to the inhumane conditions beyond the great wall of Olympus. The Aryanites made a column and followed Phobos through the passage, hoping to join the others before the killing started. No Corinthian present today would be taken as slaves. They came upon a side passage and followed the path. His heartbeat increased just as his steps, listening to a faint but distinctive sound of metal clanging against metal. The evil grin reappeared and vanished just as sudden. With each step, an unfamiliar chant overwhelmed his ears, one alien to them, for the Corinthians found the Jericho melodies beyond their state of faith. That intrigued him, forcing him to increase his pace, but careful to conceal their approach. In the dim light of the air before them danced with bright colors not seen in decades. They found the opening and proceeded toward the high landscape. Some Aryanites drew their knives and swords. Few drew pistols. He knelt and got on all fours along with his elite guards and crawled to the ledge of a cliff. Before them, the killing of many people occurred under foul circumstances, a wholesale of slaughter. To his surprise, Phobos saw his men being subject to a crushing in an imposing fashion. He witnessed a wave of demonic evil befalling his people. Swift and certain was the strange people display of force. Frontal confrontation led to unexpected assaults that happened and vanished back into the sea of soldiers, only to reappear taking as much blood as the initial attack. Phobos stood, astonished, he thought. The people he saw were demons,